Good morning, evening, and afternoon, and welcome to part 20 of Aokana,蒼の彼方のフォーリズム. So last time, was soon in a few days, unfortunately. But anyway, last time, we were still busy with the little supper events, little get together where everyone's eating and things like that. And we were given the decision if we wanted to go thank Rika with Asuka for the food that she made. So we decided to do that, and then we went to that side where Rika was having a supper with her friends. It was a nice little interaction, back and forths, between Rika, her friends, and the other two. It was interesting to see how Rika interacts. I was thinking the other day how Rika is a transfer student. Well, I think she was. Yeah, she was. Because the reason why I'm thinking she was is because she just moved in next door to him, but she could have been somewhere. Could have lived somewhere else on the island. I'm pretty sure this should probably be mentioned, but I completely forgot. But I was thinking that if she was a transfer student, her relationship and connections with the school itself is quite strong, even though she's just moved there. So I think she probably was there before. Like I mentioned, it's probably been mentioned, but can't remember. Anyway, so after that event, we were going to sleep. Unfortunately, Marcia couldn't sleep, so he had decided to go out and go on a stroll by the beach. He was thinking about it, disassembling grab shoes. I think he was disassembling grab shoes. I can't recall the exact channel events. But anyway, while he was busy, Rika spotted him and came to talk to him. She wanted Masaya and Rika wanted to apologize to each other. Rika, because of how the whole training camp has been, and she feels like she needs to apologize for everything. Masaya, because of the whole incidents on the first night. So, after a bunch of back and forth apologizing and thank yous, and things started to look good in a sense. Rika kind of found out about Masaya's past. She does kind of understand that he wants to keep it hidden, or he doesn't want to talk about it. But I'm curious to see how that will transition in the future. And then lastly, when she wanted to get her phone back, he fell, but she fell in a compromising position, which ended up with how that scene ended. Yeah, I kind of expected a different type of scene, but it is what it is. So after that whole unfortunate incident, Marcia wanted to go back and try to get some sleep. But unfortunately, he was greeted with this.
Yeah.
Shindo in his futon sleeping bag. I'm not too sure what exactly it was. Sleeping bag. I'm actually quite curious if it's translated the same way in Japanese. Okay. I'm actually not too sure what futon's kanji is, so I wouldn't know. Anyway. Okay. So yeah. I'm not sure what we should expect from this, but since they are kind of alone in a sense, I want to see if he talks about his past. Very interesting to see that. Anyway, let's go and see. Shindo-san?
静かに他の部員たちが起きてしまう。
I doubt it. If that was enough to wake them up, their present snoring would have done the job already.
ちょっといいかい？
You're kind of forcing me to agree. This is real creepy.
安心してよ。これ以上は何もしないから。
I think he's saying something about how he won't do anything from now on, in a sense. From then onwards, he won't do anything. Not sure I can trust the word of someone who just crawled into my sleeping bag.
確かにそうだ。
At least pretend to feel bad. This is getting real weird, but I'll put up with it for now. What do you want?
今から僕と試合してくれないか？
Oh, interesting. I did not see that coming. I was expecting Marcia to get into a fight in terms of a match. Either at the training camp or in the near future. But obviously, Marcia has no reason to agree to this. Huh? I'm dumbstruck. But it's understandable. A person who idolized you, a person you idolize is right in front of you. You obviously would want to go up against them if you can.
この2日間、君を見てきた。前にも話した通り、僕は君に憧れていたからね。君が FC に帰ってきたと聞いて、あの頃の気持ちが蘇ったよ。僕は僕でしかない。そんなことは重々承知だが、君を継ぐのは僕でありたい。いや、君に認めてもらいたいだけなのかもしれない。
Well, as Marcia is right now, I think most people can beat him. Well, I don't think so though as well, because he does have the knowledge that some others don't. But in terms of fitness and other things that are required, Marcia is far out of reach.
僕はね、君を超えたいんだ。
In response to Shindo's penetrating gaze, silence reigns.
そうだね。無理を承知で言った。すまない。でも、もう一つ、僕はずっと疑問に思っていたんだ。
What is it?
君がどうして今さら FC に戻ってきたのか。
It's a good question. Well,
君の視線を引きつけた動機が彼女たちの中にいるんだろう。僕が勝ったら勝負してくれるかい？
interesting look in his eyes now. Shindo-san?
いや、忘れてほしい。すまなかった。
Shindo-san backs down after seeing my reaction, and forms a somewhat sad smile.
おやすみ。
With that, he leaves my sleeping bag. Shindo-san. Next to that conversation, I can't sleep. It's the final day of our training camp. Final day already. It feels like it's just gone. It feels like it just started, but it's understandable. They don't want to use the whole VN for training camp. Practice matches are taking center stage now. Stage today. Alright, time to end things with a bang. Take these matches just as seriously as real tournament matches.
任せておけ。
まさや、ちょっと目赤くない？
So that was just the previous nights. I wonder if they only had 2 nights, 3 days? I mean, that is actually understandable. I don't know why I felt like it should be longer.
うわ、寝てないんですか？
Doesn't matter. Let's talk strategy.
相手はどうなってんの？
I wonder if Shindo is gonna fight. He did say something about beating them. All-rounder fighters, fighter, speeder, all-rounder. Speeders, I don't know if they're gonna have speeders against each other, but if so, then it's gonna be a rematch against Satowin. Oh no, Satowin's an all-rounder. Right. Oh, she was, right? It's been a while. I know Rika was a speeder. I haven't decided yet. Still, we only have 4 people to choose from, which means it all depends on who Takafuji picks. Flying Circus has no weight or gender divisions. That means a Skywalker has to be ready to face any opponent. Which, obviously it's a controversial topic, but this is the type of thing where I prefer sports that don't have this type of problem.
順番は
Yeah, she's rather just saying the order rather than who's going first, what second, third, and fourth. Just say what is the order. I haven't decided that. I haven't decided that either. You can pick that yourself if you want.
私が最初に行くよ。どうせやんなきゃいけないなら早めに終わらせたいし。じゃあ私2番行きます。美咲先輩の次。
Well, this isn't a team battle, so none of this actually matters. Okay.
私は
俺は鳥だな。神道と因縁の部長対決だ。
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen, and I don't think you're gonna win.
じゃあ私が3番で部長さんが4番ということで。
Alright, let's go with that. Obviously, I didn't say anything about that because that was pretty obvious.
順番は決まりましたか？久野浜学院の皆さん。ちょうど今決まったよ。では早速1試合目を始めましょう。久野浜学院側は私です。
Misaki steps forward with her usual casual attitude.
僕が出よう。
Shindo, taking the first match. Okay. Honestly, this is probably the better matchup I would have liked it to see. Because I know Misaki's hiding something more than she's letting on. And I wonder if Shindo might bring it out. So this is Shindo's outfit. Matches his eyes. And Shindo-san responds by nominating himself. Not something you'd expect though. Well, I half expected this outcome.
神道貴様俺との対決に臆したか
あれ、何か約束してたっけ
He didn't say anything about remembering it, but yeah.
約束してなくてもわかるだろ
Our praise is pretty damn unreasonable.
よろしく。飛沢くんだったね。
Kun.
誰が相手でも構いませんけど。
いい試合にしよう。
I'm pretty sure he was an all-rounder as well, but I can't recall if it was stated. Otherwise, he might be a fighter. Misaki and I put on our headsets. Test. Can you hear me?
聞こえてる。感度良好。
And how are your grav shoes? Misaki is wearing Leviatines, I think that's how I pronounced it, which are kinda hard to handle. I've been waiting for Misaki to get better at using them, which is why I haven't done any balancer tuning yet.
問題ないよ。ここでの練習で結構飛び回ったからね。ついに征服しちゃったかな。
Alright, it does look like you've gotten used to them at least.
それなりって言うな。
Misaki puffs up her cheeks in annoyance as she says that. Then, After a few moments, her gaze turns cold.
それにしても、なんで合宿の締めの試合の相手に進藤さんは私を選んだのかな。
Maybe he wanted to face a student from a different school? Can't say.
そういうもんかね。
Well, honestly speaking, he isn't someone you have any hope of defeating. So make sure you learn a few things from the experience.
コーチがそういう後ろ向きなこと言うのはどうなんだろう。でもまあ、そうだよね。
She shrugs her shoulders listlessly as she says that. So if you hear any background noise.
実力の差ってものを実感してきますか。
Even if you think you can't win, you still need to try. Giving up without a fight would be plain rude.
はいはい、分かってますよ。そっちこそちゃんと指示を出してよ。
Of course.
じゃ、お互いに頑張りますか。
Misaki flies off toward first. She seems somewhat shaky. Kind of think of it, who's Shindo's second? I mean, it's already stated that he's the coach, so he doesn't need one? I don't know. I look around and find Shindo-san talking to Satuin-san. Doesn't mean she is the second, but possibly having noticed my gaze, Shindo-san looks my way and gives me a meaningful smile and flies off toward first. I go over to Satuin-san. Are you going to be second?
部長が私のアドバイスを必要としているとは思えませんけど、攻防にも筆の誤りと言いますから。
True. I mean, that's the point of seconds, to really give them the 360 view of the thing to help the Skywalkers. Yeah, even top pros end up losing sight of their opponent during a match. By the way, why did Shindo-san choose Misaki?
部長は飛沢美咲さんを評価しているようですわ。
Really?
センスがあるということです。
Yeah, you can probably hear it, but she used the word sense. I wouldn't really directly translate it as talent, but it is close. A good way of comparing it, in my opinion, is again, because it's something I know. When it comes to like games and things like that, it's things referred to as game sense. When you have a good understanding of everything around you that is happening at the same time. So it's not exactly talents, but it's pretty close. Well, I agree with that, but
近くで見ていると見落としてしまうことありますわよ。
good word, good line. That would mean I failed as a coach. True as well.
そこまでは言いませんけど、そろそろ試合が始まりますわね。
Saturn-san and I looked up to the figures who are positioned next to first.
よろしくお願いします。
いや、こちらこそよろしくね。
どうして私を選んだんですか？
面白そうだと思ってね。
面白そう？もしかしてそれって嫌味ですか？
I'm just thinking of the way she said that. I'll just check.
まさか、
Oops.
文字通りの意味だよ。
Okay, never mind.
試合開始してもいいですか？
ごめん、僕はいつでもいいよ。
私も OK です。
では開始しますね。セット。
After a short pause, the whistle that sound, well, we can't really say it's a whistle, that signals the start of the match resounds. They use whistle in Japanese. Horn. Okay, why did they use whistle? They literally said horn in the thing, and you can hear a horn as well. So it's these little things that do get to me. It's a speeder. Shino-san jets off along the... Well, I mean, he could still be an all-rounder. Shino-san jets off along the first line, heading straight for the second. On the other hand, Misaki jumps ahead to the second line. Between an all-rounder and a fighter, the all-rounder can fly faster in a straight line. There's no point in Misaki competing in a test of speed. Okay, so he is an all-rounder. They're both playing by the book so far. Alright, now it comes down to positioning herself to intercept Shindo-san and force him into a dogfight. Huh? Misaki, quit spacing out and focus.
ぼーっとなんかしてないって。
Then hurry up.
そんなに慌てる必要ないでしょ。精神集中しながら飛んでるんだから、そんなに叫ばないでよ。
Shino-san's extremely fast. Shino-san's already made it past the halfway point of the first line. That's not the speed of an all-rounder. Somehow he's as fast as a speeder. As you can see, if he's here, she should already be here. Or at least here. Because they have to get about halfway to get to here. If he keeps flying that slowly, he'll reach the third buoy by the time you make it to the second line.
ちょっと、急ぐ。
Did Shino-san tune his gramp shoes to fit a speeder style? By the time Misaki has taken her position on the second line to intercept Shino-san, he's already scored his first points from touching second. It's almost to the middle of the second line. Okay, she made it in time. He's now only a short distance from Misaki. The unexpected development has Misaki bewildered. If his shoes are on speeder sing, he should do a low yo-yo to accelerate even further and pass her from below. Below you. Misaki probably meant to say got it, but she cuts herself off before she finishes saying that. He went above. Shino-san easily passed over Misaki's head. He climbed diagonally upward. Why? Either way, I need to give Misaki a new plan. Don't go after him. Jump to the third line. Misaki follows my instructions and makes it for the third line. She went from start to the middle of the second line to the middle of the third line. He's only at the second buoy now. But why? Suddenly Sun taps my shoulder, covers the mark of her headset to keep Shino-san from hearing her, and looks at me. Yes, she wants to tell me something? I follow her example and cover my mark.
落ち着いてはいかがかしら。今のはあなたのミスでしたよ。
It's my fault? It's not that Shindo-san is just too good.
指示を出すタイミングが早かったのですわ。あんなに露骨に下に行く動きを見せたら上に逃げるに決まっています。
Yeah, makes sense. Ah, I see. I panicked because of Misaki's bewildered voice. It's obvious that Misaki would immediately respond to my voice given the state she was in. Shino-san chose that direction after he saw Misaki start to move, huh? Normally it works the other way. Skywalker who is trying to intercept someone, meaning Misaki, is supposed to watch their opponent moves and respond in kind. Thanks for the advice.
お互いを高め合う練習試合だからですわ。本番ではこうはいきませんことよ。
I move my hand from the headset mic and speak through it. Misaki, let's calm down and take this step by step.
さっき
Hmm?
進藤さん、私を追い抜いた時変な顔で笑ってた。
Wasn't that just your imagination?
かもしれないけど、
I can hear Misaki breathing deeply. After scoring his second point by touching third, he abandons his perfect forward form, throws out his chest, and bends backward, effectively pumping the brakes.
あれってどういう意味だと思う？
He wants a fight. Shindo-san is in full control of the match. Chances are high that if he had maintained his speed and kept going, he would have broken past Misaki and scored his third point by touching fourth. The fact that he drastically slowed down despite that can only mean... Even from here, I can see that Shindo-san has a strange smile on his face.
あれって私のことバカにしてるよね。
Don't fall for it. I can't believe Shindo-san is doing this. Does his personality change during matches?
うん。
Hey, answer me.
私ああいうの嫌いだな。
Again, don't fall for it. He's trying to provoke you. Answer me. I don't know Misaki could be this stubborn. What am I supposed to do as a second in this situation? Shino-san slowly approaches Misaki.
それってどういうつもりですか？
このままスピードに任せて得点を重ねてもいいんだけど、それだと練習にならないよね。
I can hear their conversation through the headset.
だからどうしたいんです？
ドッグファイトに付き合ってあげようかなって。
あげようですか。
そう、あげようだよ。
Misaki's irritation is clear as day. It's easy to just say, calm down. However, a fighter who runs away from a dogfight has no chance of winning. Misaki, calm down and do it.
それってどういう意味？
I mean, act dumb, but play smart.
分かったような分かんないような感じだけど、つまりセコンドとしてはバチバチドッグファイトをしても OK ってこと？
Basically.
相談は終わったかな？
ああ、はい。そのことなんですけど、
While talking to Shino-san, Misaki casually moves her hand in a motion akin to her swatting a bug away from her eyes. Then she advances forward, quietly and swiftly. With a smooth, natural motion, she extends her right hand towards Shino-san's chest and... a burst resounds. Shino-san loses his balance and gets thrown backward. Misaki was also thrown backward, but she hasn't lost her balance yet. Since they've both been standing still, their speed is now down to practically zero. In this situation, a fighter has a huge advantage.
体は熱く心は冷たくってこういうこと？
Bingo. Now, dart forward toward him and seize control.
了解。
Misaki attacks Shindo-san as he's still struggling to regain his balance.
そういうことするんだね。
どういうことだってしますよ。
Shino-san swings his arm sideways, trying to touch Misaki. Pretty nice art. Misaki calmly dodges that, then enters a short climb as she turns upside down. Now diving downward, head first, she tries to touch Shindo's head. Good choice. If she repels the back of his head, Shino-san will fall forward, losing his balance, revealing his back in the process. Huh? You can see the after image of him twisting. It's a good way to represent it. After spinning around 9 degrees on a vertical axis, he touches Misaki's extended arm in a way that repels her in a diagonally upward direction. Oh, what? That was her. The force makes Misaki's body flip over, putting her in a position where she is facing the sky. From Shino-san's perspective, she is defenselessly revealing her back to him as she flies diagonally upward. And unfortunately, before Misaki can steady herself, Shino-san thrusts his arm up from below. Misaki is sent flying upward again as he touches her. Shino-san, who then pursues her from below, once again reaches out and... she's lost complete control. At this rate, she's going to let him keep scoring until the match ends. Misaki, thrash about. Doesn't matter how. Just throw your arms and legs around as you turn your body. Don't tell me. He knew it would turn out like this the moment he defended himself by thrusting out his arm. It's quite interesting how you can see the fight as it has gone all the way down there. It's standard practice to attack from above when your opponent defends their front. And the fact that it's standard practice means they see through all of Misaki's actions past that point. That's the only possible explanation. There's no way he just dodged all the attacks on reflex. My throat runs dry. What kind of strategy can I use against such a skilled opponent?
この程度だったなんてがっかりだな。
その言い方とその笑顔頭にくるんですけど。
そういうならもっと真剣にかかってきたらどうだい？ファイターなのにオールラウンダーの僕に翻弄されるのって恥ずかしいことだと思わないかい？
Misaki, don't attack.
する。
No, don't. Focus on defense.
攻撃する。
No, I'll treat you to as many snacks as you want. Just listen to me.
ケーキでもいいの？ケーキバイキングはからの？
God, don't get so excited about cake. Anything's fine. Just trust me right now, okay? Focus on dodging all of his attacks. Anything that seems like an opening will just be a trap, so ignore them. Just make sure you're sure to dodge at point blank range. Get as close to him as you can.
でも攻撃しないと。
Cake.
でも。
Or you can eat cake buffet.
ああ、もうわかった。近づいてかわすことだけすればいいんだね。
That's right. Stick to the plan even if he scores points off you. Interesting. Misaki quickly approaches Shindo-san.
ん？また奇襲？
どうでしょうか。
The two of them close in on each other without attacking. It's a sight you rarely see in Flying Circus. I was right. Shino-san's focuses on countering in dogfights. In other words, he waits for his opponent to make the first move. He only retaliates after making his opponent move in a predictable manner. That means he isn't good at launching an attack on himself, or at least that should be the case.
ファイターなのにそんなに近づいて何もしないのかい？
進藤さんから攻撃してきてくださいよ。怖くてできないんじゃないですか？
どうだろうね。
Shino-san reaches out to Misaki as he bends forward. Misaki dodges by a hair's breadth. Shino-san tilts forward even more to accelerate, which forces Misaki to respond in kind to keep up with him. Shino-san tries to go right, but Misaki moves to block his path. Looks like she's following my instructions to the letter. This is exactly what I was going for. Reflexes are the most important factor in dogfights at point blank range. When they are that close, Shino-san can't force her to move as he pleases. She's sticking to Shino-san and keeps dodging one attack after another. Considering the upside of her testy grav shoes, it's no wonder she can pull that off. However,
すごいわね。
yeah, even I'm surprised. Misaki is still dodging. Attack after attack is made with dodge after dodge. To some extent, the fact that Shino-san is wearing all-rounder shoes with speed tuning explains why he's having so much trouble. But that's not all. I didn't realize Misaki was this good. Her reflexes, they remind me of him. Oh. An unpleasant memory flows to mind, making it hard for me to breathe. That is something I wanted to see. Some connection between Misaki and his bitter rival from his past. Having grit her teeth, Misaki winds her way around Shino-san's body like a snake on a branch. And then she gets behind Shino-san. It's an opening, shouldn't go for them. I figured if she kept dodging, she would eventually end up behind him. I didn't expect it to happen so fast. Or did she get an attack on him? She did. Okay. Shino-san is sent flying toward third when Misaki touches his back. No, there'll be plenty of cake for you. Now focus.
やっぱりやればできるじゃないか。じゃあ続きをしようか。
Misaki goes on the defense when Shino-san resumes his assault. Eventually, Misaki scores another point, and the match ends. 2-4. Not bad, honestly. What did you expect? But obviously, Shino could have easily gone a bit more on his assault. He deliberately chose to fight instead of going for speeding. There's a strange mood among everyone who was watching the match. Must be surprised that Misaki kept dodging Shino-san's attacks.
お疲れ様。挑発するようなこと言って悪かったね。
私に付き合ってわざと攻撃してくれたってことでいいんですか？
そんな意地悪な解釈をしなくていいよ。
でも本当の試合だったらああいう戦い方はしませんよね。
どうだろうね。それは本番までの秘密だよ。
Misaki walks over to me.
ねえねえ、私すごくなかった？
You definitely were. Still, I'm giving you 0 points.
どうして？進藤さんから2点も取ったのに？
The 0 also applies to me. You didn't really listen to me back there until I bribed you, right?
いやそれは進藤さんに挑発されてカッとなっちゃったから。
Well, I didn't do a great job of leading you either. So yeah, 0 points for both of us today.
自己評価厳しいな。でも今日のでマサヤの指示に従ってもいいかなって思ったよ。
Yeah, there's not much of a bright side. I want you to say you will follow my instructions from now on. Anyway, training is the name of the game. I don't know why I don't like that saying. Anyway.
わかりました。コーチ。
Misaki dons a playful smile when she says that. I'm not so sure she actually gets it. After that, Mashiro's match finishes in short order and Asuka's turn arrived. Oh, unfortunately we didn't get to Mashiro's. But yeah, I think I'm just going to end there today. It was an interesting episode. I didn't expect to end up seeing a match with Shindo. And a few things did happen that I expected and had hoped for. Firstly, when I wanted to obviously see Shindo in a match, and out of all the people in Masia's club, for who to go against Shindo, I would have hoped for Misaki, because Shindo, no, sorry, not Shindo, what was his name? It completely escaped me for some reason. Shion, sorry. Actually, I don't see Shion being able to do well against him. Obviously, Mashiro and Asuka are beginners. And then Misaki is a wild card. And I'm wondering what would have happened if she had her shoes balanced and her 100% confidence with the shoes. She would have been able to fight. But her mentality, it's hard to tell how much of that fight she was serious or how much it was bluffing, or I don't know how to say this, but anyway, one thing I wanted to do was I wanted to see from that match was Shindo try and bring out more of Misaki's potential, which he did, and it revealed something I really had hoped to see. One of my theories that potentially Misaki is Masia's past rival. But there are certain moments that make me think maybe not. I guess yeah, it doesn't seem like it'll be possible. So one of the reasons why I'm 50-50 on it right now is the not 50% is she doesn't show the knowledge or the drive. I don't know what I can really use it, but for a person who could have beaten Masaya in the past, she's not showing that in a sense. Because if Masaya was a so-called prodigy, one in a lifetime Skywalker in the past, for someone to beat him, that person which would be definitely have the skills and knowledge. But Misaki doesn't. She shows the potential in her reflexes and things like that, but in terms of the knowledge, not so much. But some of her moves do show it, but it's hard to say. And the positive 50%, it's more just from what I know, in a sense, in terms of how visual novels tend to work. Normally, when they have a past character, someone who was influential in an action or the past events, in a sense, and whether it's a childhood friend, a relative, or obviously a rival. Technically, those types of people will be revealed later on as another character or as the person itself. Another thing was we saw Misaki has potential, but she obviously, it was hard to really say how much of it was potential or not. So, but yeah, it's one thing I'm just really looking forward to. There's a lot of little bits and pieces here in the story which I'm really looking forward to. There's Asuka, Rika, and Misaki. And obviously Mashiro as well. She's got a lot in her past as well I'd like to see. But yeah, very interesting to see how this goes forward. But yeah. Apart from that, yeah, I don't know what to say. So next is Asuka's turn. She is an all-rounder. I'm hoping Asuka fights Rika. That'd be a really interesting matchup. I'm going to go to the next dialogue to see if that happens. Okay, it didn't reveal itself. I'll wait for this next time. Wait for the reveal. So I think I can understand why they skipped Mashiro. Because the other two Flying Circus members have rivals in a sense. Asuka and Rika. Why did he forget? Shion. Yeah, I can't remember what his name again. Because it's Shindo and Shion. That's why I keep getting confused. And it's Shion and Satoin-san. Those two matches I can't wait to see as well. But with Mashiro, she doesn't really have anything like that at the moment. So that's why it's understandable. So yeah. We'll see what happens next time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought. I'll see you all next time.